Echoes of pirate legends still resonate across the seven seas, their secrets locked away in hidden coves and sunken wrecks.
So the question is, what became of Blackbeard's ship and the treasure that was possibly on it?
From the legend of Kraken to the cipher of Olivier Levassa, these maritime mysteries continue to elude even the most determined seekers. Join us as we unfurl the sails of history and chart a course through the top 13 biggest pirate mysteries that remain unsolved, exploring the tantalizing tales of gold, glory, and intrigue that have captivated the world for centuries. The Legend of Kraken. The Kraken, a legendary sea monster of colossal proportions, has captivated human imagination for centuries. This tentacled behemoth first appeared in written records in 1180, when King Sverre of Norway warned sailors about a massive squid-like creature inhabiting the waters around Norway, Greenland, and Iceland. Since then, the Kraken has become a staple in literature, featured in works by renowned authors such as Jules Verne, Victor Hugo, and Alfred Tennyson. The legend of the Kraken is deeply rooted in the maritime culture of Northern Europe, where people heavily relied on the ocean for trade, travel, and survival. Unlike many mythical creatures, the Kraken's description bears a striking resemblance to real marine life, specifically giant and colossal squids. These cephalopods, found in every ocean on Earth, can grow to impressive sizes. The giant squid can reach lengths of up to 43 feet, while the colossal squid, the world's largest known invertebrate, can grow to 49 feet and weigh over 1,000 pounds. The elusive nature of these deep sea dwellers has contributed to the Kraken myth. It wasn't until 2012 that scientists captured the first video footage of a giant squid in its natural habitat. This scarcity of sightings, combined with the occasional washing ashore of massive tentacles or squid corpses, has fueled speculation about even larger, unknown creatures lurking in the ocean depths. The Kraken legend often depicts the creature as hostile towards humans, capable of destroying ships and devouring sailors. While real giant and colossal squids don't target humans, there have been documented cases of smaller octopuses attacking swimmers and divers. Additionally, shark attacks, though rare, may have contributed to the myth. Witnesses seeing only a flailing body disappear beneath the waves could easily attribute such incidents to a mysterious sea monster. The fear and fascination surrounding the Kraken reflect humanity's complex relationship with the ocean. As Victor Hugo eloquently put it, these creatures are phantoms as much as monsters, proved and yet improbable. The vast, unexplored expanses of our oceans continue to spark our imaginations, reminding us that Earth's waters may still harbor extraordinary and unknown life forms. The Kraken legend persists as a testament to the enduring mystery of the deep and our innate fear of the unknown lurking beneath the waves. The Green Flash. The green flash is a fascinating optical phenomenon that occurs during sunset or sunrise and is often misunderstood as a myth. In reality, it's not a sudden flash, but a brief color change of the sun's upper rim just before it disappears below the horizon. This effect is caused by the refraction and scattering of light in Earth's atmosphere. As sunlight enters our atmosphere, it behaves similarly to light passing through a prism. Different wavelengths of light bend at slightly different angles, causing a subtle dispersion of colors. The atmosphere scatters shorter wavelengths more easily, which is why the sky appears blue. At sunset, red and orange light travel further through the atmosphere, while green light sometimes makes it through as the last visible color. To observe a green flash, conditions must be ideal. Clean air and a clear, unobstructed horizon are crucial. An inferior mirage, caused when the sea is warmer than the air, can enhance the effect by reflecting and magnifying the green light. The phenomenon is more common than previously thought, but it's often too brief or subtle for the naked eye to catch. Modern technology and cameras have made it easier to capture and share green flash sightings, debunking its mythical status. In extremely rare cases, atmospheric conditions can create more dramatic effects, such as a visible shape to the green flash or even a blue flash. However, these are exceptionally uncommon and typically only visible through camera equipment. While green flashes are real and observable, they require the right conditions and careful observation. They serve as a beautiful reminder of the complex interactions between light and our atmosphere. Who was Davy Jones? Davy Jones, a legendary figure in maritime folklore, has been a source of fascination and fear for sailors for centuries. The origins of this mythical character are shrouded in mystery, with various theories attempting to explain his existence and the evolution of his legend. In nautical superstition, Davy Jones is often portrayed as a malevolent spirit of the sea, a demon of the deep who brings doom to sailors and ships. The most common depiction of Davy Jones describes him as a fearsome supernatural being who dwells beneath the waves, commanding a locker or chest where the souls of drowned sailors are said to be kept. This Davy Jones's locker became synonymous with the bottom of the sea, a watery grave for those lost at sea. Sailors would use the phrase, "to be sent to Davy Jones's locker," as a euphemism for drowning or dying at sea. The origin of the name Davy Jones remains uncertain, with several theories proposed. One suggests that it may be derived from Duppy Jonah, with Duppy being a West Indian term for ghost or spirit, and Jonah referring to the biblical prophet swallowed by a whale. Another theory links the name to a 16th century pub owner named David Jones, who was known for kidnapping sailors and imprisoning them in ale lockers. Over time, the legend of Davy Jones has been embellished and adapted in literature and popular culture. In some stories, he is depicted as a tentacled creature resembling an octopus or squid, possibly influenced by tales of the Kraken. This portrayal was famously brought to life in the Pirates of the Caribbean film series, where Davy Jones appears as a tragic figure cursed to sail the seas for eternity. Despite its fictional nature, the legend of Davy Jones has had a real impact on maritime culture. It reflects the dangers and uncertainties faced by sailors in earlier times, when the sea was largely unexplored and full of unknown perils. The myth served as a way to personify the unpredictable and often deadly nature of the ocean, giving sailors a tangible entity to fear and respect. Today, while modern seafaring is considerably safer, the legend of Davy Jones continues to captivate imaginations. It remains a powerful symbol in maritime lore, representing the mystery and danger of the deep sea. The enduring nature of this myth speaks to humanity's eternal fascination with the ocean and its hidden depths, as well as our need to give form to the formless dangers that lurk beneath the waves. Captain Kidd's cursed treasure. For centuries, history buffs and treasure hunters have been enthralled by the fabled story of Captain William Kidd's cursed treasure. Kidd, a Scottish sailor born in the 1650s, began his career as a privateer sanctioned by the British government to attack enemy ships. But after being charged with piracy, his life drastically changed, and in 1701, he was captured and put to death. The legend of his cursed treasure emerged from the events surrounding his final voyage and the wealth he allegedly acquired and hid. In 1696, Kidd set sail on the Adventure Galley, commissioned to hunt pirates and enemy French ships. During this voyage, he captured the Quedagh Merchant, a valuable Armenian ship sailing under a French pass. This act, along with other questionable decisions, led to accusations of piracy against Kidd. As he returned to New York to clear his name, he allegedly buried a vast treasure to use as leverage for his defense. The exact location of this treasure has been the subject of intense speculation and numerous expeditions. The curse associated with Kidd's treasure is said to have originated from his violent deeds and the ill-gotten nature of his wealth. According to legend, anyone who finds or possesses the treasure will be met with misfortune, illness, or death. This curse has been fueled by the mysterious deaths and disappearances of those who have sought the treasure over the years. Some versions of the tale claim that Kidd himself placed a curse on the treasure to prevent others from finding it. Various locations have been proposed as the hiding place for Kidd's treasure, including the coast of Nova Scotia, particularly Oak Island, as well as islands in the Caribbean and even the east coast of the United States. The Oak Island mystery, involving a complex series of underground tunnels and chambers, has been linked to Kidd's treasure, though no conclusive evidence has been found despite centuries of excavation efforts. The legend of Captain Kidd's cursed treasure has been perpetuated through literature, with authors like Edgar Allan Poe and Robert Louis Stevenson incorporating elements of the tale into their works. This has further cemented the story in popular culture and continued to inspire treasure hunters and adventurers. While historical records show that much of Kidd's actual wealth was seized by the authorities upon his arrest, the allure of a hidden, cursed treasure continues to capture imaginations. The story of Captain Kidd's treasure represents the romanticized view of piracy and the enduring human fascination with hidden wealth and the supernatural. Whether fact or fiction, the legend of the cursed treasure serves as a cautionary tale about greed and the consequences of ill-gotten gains, while also fueling the dreams of those who still hope to uncover the secrets of the past. Blackbeard Ghost Ship. Blackbeard's ghost ship, a chilling legend of the high seas, is said to be the spectral vessel of the infamous pirate Edward Teach, better known as Blackbeard. According to maritime lore, this phantom ship haunts the waters off the coast of North Carolina, particularly around Ocracoke Island, where Blackbeard met his demise in 1718. The ghostly apparition is described as a massive, black-hulled vessel with tattered sails, shrouded in an eerie mist, and emitting an otherworldly glow. Witnesses claim to have seen the ship materializing on foggy nights, accompanied by the sounds of cannon fire and the anguished cries of long-dead sailors. Some accounts tell of a headless figure at the helm, believed to be Blackbeard himself, whose decapitated body reportedly swam around his ship several times before sinking into the depths. The dramatic circumstances surrounding Blackbeard's death and his infamous reputation are intricately linked to the legend of his ghost ship. It is said that anyone who spots the ghostly ship will either be sucked into Blackbeard's unending company or fated to misfortune. As a result of this persistent story, North Carolina's coastal folklore has grown significantly, drawing in curious tourists and paranormal enthusiasts who come to the area in the hopes of seeing the infamous pirate's spectral galleon. The Rise of a Pirate Queen. The Rise of a Pirate Queen, a tale of cunning, bravery, and defiance, centers around the extraordinary life of Qing Shi, one of history's most successful pirates. Born in 1775 in Guangdong, China, Qing Shi began her life as a poor Cantonese girl named Shi Yang. Her early years were spent working in a floating brothel where she caught the eye of notorious pirate Cheng Wan. In 1801, she married Cheng Wan, not as a submissive wife, but as an equal partner in his piratical enterprises. Upon Cheng Wan's death in 1807, Qing Shi maneuvered herself into a position of power, taking control of her late husband's fleet. She formed a strategic alliance with her stepson, Chang Pao, and quickly expanded her influence. Under her leadership, the Red Flag Fleet grew to an astounding size, comprising over 300 junks and 20,000 to 40,000 pirates. Her domain stretched across the South China Sea, commanding fear and respect from rival pirates, merchants, and even the Chinese government. Qing Shi's success was not merely due to her naval strength, but also to her astute leadership and strict code of conduct. She implemented rules that forbade rape, required permission for sexual relationships, and ensured fair distribution of loot. These policies fostered loyalty among her crew and helped maintain order in her vast fleet. Her tactical brilliance was evident in her ability to outmaneuver both the Chinese Imperial Fleet and the Portuguese Navy. At the height of her power, Qing Shi's influence extended beyond piracy. She controlled gambling dens, brothels, and a vast protection racket along the Chinese coast. Her fleet became so powerful that the Chinese government was forced to offer amnesty to pirates who would surrender. In a masterful stroke of negotiation, Qing Shi secured pardons for her entire fleet and kept much of their ill-gotten wealth. After retiring from piracy, Qing Shi opened a gambling house and lived out her days in relative peace and prosperity. Her legacy as the Pirate Queen continues to fascinate historians and storytellers alike, serving as a testament to her exceptional leadership and the power of a woman in a male-dominated world. The rise of Qing Shi from a humble background to commanding one of the largest pirate fleets in history remains an unparalleled tale in the annals of piracy. The Black Pirates. The Black Pirates, a lesser-known but significant chapter in maritime history, refers to the African and African-American pirates who sailed the seas during the golden age of piracy in the 17th and 18th centuries. These individuals, often escaping slavery or seeking better fortunes, found a measure of freedom and equality aboard pirate ships that was unattainable in the rigid societal structures of the time. One of the most famous black pirates was Black Caesar, a former African chief who was tricked into slavery but later escaped and became a notorious pirate operating in the Florida Keys. His legend speaks of great strength and cunning, eventually joining forces with Blackbeard's crew. Another prominent figure was Black Bart, a Welshman of African descent who captured over 400 ships in his brief but spectacular career. Pirate crews were often more egalitarian than conventional society, with many adopting a system of democracy where captains were elected and treasure was shared equally. This environment allowed black pirates to rise through the ranks based on skill and bravery rather than race. Some, like Diego Grillo, even became captains of their own ships. The presence of black pirates challenged the racial norms of the era and provided a unique form of resistance against the slave trade. Many pirate ships attacked slave vessels, freeing the captives and sometimes recruiting them into their crews. This practice not only bolstered their numbers, but also struck economic blows against the slave-trading nations. Despite their significant role, the stories of black pirates have often been overlooked in popular narratives of piracy. However, their legacy represents an important intersection of maritime history, racial dynamics, and the complex nature of freedom in an age of colonialism and slavery. Pirate Utopia. Pirate Utopia, a concept that emerged during the golden age of piracy in the late 7th and early 18th centuries, refers to the idealized communities established by pirates as alternatives to the rigid, hierarchical societies of their time. These pirate havens, often located on remote islands or in hidden coves, were envisioned as egalitarian societies where freedom, equality, and democracy prevailed. The most famous example of a pirate utopia was the Republic of Pirates in Nassau, Bahamas, which flourished from 1706 to 1718. Led by infamous pirates such as Blackbeard, Charles Vane, and Calico Jack Rackham, Nassau became a haven for thousands of pirates and social outcasts. Here, they established a crude form of democracy, where captains were elected by their crews and important decisions were made collectively. These pirate societies often operated under a set of agreed-upon rules, known as the Pirate Code or Articles of Agreement. These codes ensured fair distribution of plunder, compensation for injuries, and a system of justice. Notably, these communities were often more inclusive than contemporary societies, welcoming individuals regardless of race, class, or background, which shows. Pirate utopias challenged the established order of the day, offering an alternative to the oppressive systems of monarchy, slavery, and rigid social hierarchies. They provided a glimpse of a more egalitarian society, where individuals could reinvent themselves and escape the constraints of their birth. However, the reality of these pirate havens often fell short of the utopian ideal. Internal conflicts, pressure from colonial powers, and the inherent instability of pirate life eventually led to the downfall of most pirate utopias. Despite their short-lived nature, these experiments in alternative social organization have continued to captivate the imagination, inspiring countless stories and serving as a symbol of rebellion against oppressive systems. The Pirate Nation of Libertatia. The Pirate Nation of Libertalia, also known as Libertatia, is a legendary free colony supposedly founded by pirates in the late 17th century on the island of Madagascar. While its historical existence is debated, the tale of Libertalia has captivated imaginations for centuries as an idealized pirate utopia. According to the story, primarily popularized by Captain Charles Johnson's A General History of the Pirates, Libertalia was founded by Captain James Misson, a French pirate, and his Italian companion, Caraccioli, a former priest. The colony was said to be established on principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity, predating the French Revolution by nearly a century. Libertalia was described as a democratic society where pirates of all nationalities and races lived in harmony. The colony allegedly abolished private property, established a communal treasury, and freed slaves from captured ships. Its inhabitants were said to have created their own language, a mix of African languages, French, English, Dutch, and Portuguese. The government of Libertalia was purportedly based on elected officials and a parliament, with laws aimed at ensuring equality and justice for all. Pirates who joined the colony were required to renounce their nationalities and previous allegiances, becoming citizens of this new, egalitarian nation. Though the existence of Libertalia is largely considered fictional, the concept has had a lasting impact on pirate lore and popular culture. It represents an idealized version of pirate society, embodying themes of freedom, equality, and rebellion against oppressive systems. The legend of Libertalia continues to inspire discussions about alternative social structures and the human desire for utopian communities. The Kidnapping of Theodosia Burr Alston. The kidnapping of Theodosia Burr Alston is a mysterious and tragic tale that has captivated historians and conspiracy theorists for over 2 centuries. Theodosia, the daughter of former U.S. Vice President Aaron Burr, disappeared at sea in 1813 under circumstances that remain unclear to this day. On December 30th, 1812, Theodosia boarded the schooner Patriot in Georgetown, South Carolina, bound for New York City to visit her father. The ship, along with its passengers and crew, vanished without a trace shortly after setting sail. Initial theories suggested that the Patriot might have fallen victim to a winter storm or been captured by pirates who were known to operate in the area. Over the years, numerous conflicting accounts and legends have emerged regarding Theodosia's fate. Some claim she was captured by pirates and forced to walk the plank, while others suggest she survived and lived among Native American tribes. One persistent story involves a portrait of a young woman, allegedly Theodosia, found in a pirate's possession years later. Despite extensive searches and investigations, no concrete evidence has ever been found to explain Theodosia's disappearance. The mystery surrounding her vanishing has inspired countless books, articles, and even works of fiction, cementing her place in American folklore and maritime history. The Pirate Treasure of Oak Island. The mystery of Oak Island's pirate treasure has captivated explorers and treasure hunters for over 2 centuries. This small island off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada, is said to be home to a huge hidden treasure that may have been concealed by infamous pirates like Blackbeard or Captain Kidd. The story began in 1795 when a young man discovered a circular depression in the ground, leading to the excavation of what became known as the Money Pit. As diggers delved deeper, they encountered layers of oak platforms, coconut fiber, and mysterious stone inscriptions. These findings fueled speculation about an elaborately engineered vault protecting immense riches. Over the years, numerous expeditions have attempted to uncover the truth, employing increasingly sophisticated technology. Yet, the treasure remains elusive, thwarted by flooding, cave-ins, and the island's perplexing geology. Some theorize that the treasure is protected by an intricate flood tunnel system connected to the sea. The allure of Oak Island's potential bounty has inspired books, documentaries, and even a popular television series. Despite millions of dollars spent and several lives lost in pursuit of the treasure, the island guards its secrets, leaving the tantalizing possibility that untold riches still lie hidden beneath its surface. The disappearance of Captain Henry Every. The disappearance of Captain Henry Every, also known as Henry Avery or Long Ben, is one of the most intriguing mysteries in pirate history. Every's notoriety peaked in 1695 when he orchestrated one of the most lucrative pirate raids in history, capturing the Gunj-i Sawai, a treasure-laden Mughal ship. Every began his piratical career as a first mate aboard the privateer Charles II. In May 1694, he led a mutiny, renamed the ship Fancy, and set sail for the Indian Ocean. His crew grew as he captured several ships, building a fearsome reputation. The pivotal moment came in September 1695, when Every encountered the Ganji Sawai off the coast of India. After a fierce battle, he captured the ship, acquiring a massive haul of gold, silver, and jewels estimated to be worth millions in today's currency. This audacious act not only made everyone wealthy, but also incurred the wrath of the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb and the East India Company. With a substantial bounty on his head, Every sailed to the Bahamas, where he and his crew dispersed. Some accounts suggest he made it to Ireland, while others claim he reached England. Despite an intensive manhunt, everything seemed to vanish into thin air. Theories about his fate abound. Some believe he changed his identity and lived out his days in quiet anonymity. Others speculate that he was betrayed and killed for his wealth. A few even suggest he established a pirate haven in Madagascar. The mystery of Henry Every's disappearance continues to fascinate historians and adventure enthusiasts, embodying the romantic and elusive nature of the golden age of piracy. The real One Piece, the cipher of Olivier Levassa. The tale of Olivier Levassa, also known as La Bousse, and his legendary cipher is one of the most intriguing stories in pirate lore. Levasseur was a French pirate who operated in the Indian Ocean during the early 18th century, amassing considerable wealth through his raids on merchant ships. Legend has it that Levasseur's greatest prize came in 1721 when he captured the Portuguese ship La Vierge du Cap, which was allegedly carrying the treasure of Lima. a vast hoard of gold, silver, and precious gems from the Cathedral of Lima, Peru. As Levasseur faced execution in 1730 on the island of Réunion, he reportedly threw a cryptogram into the crowd, shouting, "Find my treasure, the one who may understand it." This cipher, etched on a piece of parchment, is said to contain clues to the location of his buried treasure. The Levasseur cipher consists of 17 lines of mysterious symbols, numbers, and letters. Many have attempted to crack the code over the centuries, believing it would lead them to unimaginable riches. Some claim partial success, suggesting locations in the Seychelles or Madagascar as potential hiding spots. Despite numerous expeditions and the application of modern cryptographic techniques, the true meaning of the cipher remains elusive. Some scholars doubt its authenticity, arguing it might be a later fabrication to fuel the pirate legend. The story of Levasseur's cipher continues to captivate treasure hunters and puzzle enthusiasts alike, embodying the enduring allure of lost pirate treasures and unsolved mysteries from the golden age of piracy. We are coming to an end here today. Thanks for watching, and for such top listing videos, subscribe to our channel.